Okay guys, I'm going to show you how you sharpen your images for print and when you should sharpen them as part of your post-production workflow. Sharpening is an output process. The amount of sharpening on a printed photo, say 30 by 20, is totally different to one that's 100 by 66. So if I was to say to you that before you printed your image to sharpen it twice, you would say, why would I do that? But that's exactly what you're doing if you're sharpening your image as part of post-production and then resharpening it again for print. So the sharpening method I'm about to show you is one I got off a pro lab here in Australia that was owned by well-known Australian panoramic photographer Ken Duncan. And before I started to print my own work, they used to do mine. And even now I use this exact same sharpening method. So let's jump into Photoshop and I'll show you exactly how it's done. Okay, so here's this image, and this is what our customers ordered. They've ordered a 1.5 meter by 50 centimeter on metallic paper. So to sharpen this image, Option Command I to bring up your image size. I've resized it 150 by 50 by 300 dpi. So to do the sharpening method, what you do is you come into Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. Find an area in your image that's got like a nice amount of texture and detail. So I'm just going to use this part of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. This is at 100%, so just drop it to 50%. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just play around with your amount and your radius. And you just want to find that point in your image where you just think that's nice and sharp, and then push it just to the point where you think that's just a little bit over sharp. And that's the sort of threshold that you're looking for. Again, you don't have to be super exact. You just don't want to start to introduce any kind of halos or anything like that to your image. So this is at 88% at a radius of 1.4. So I might just drop the radius down a little bit. And there you go. So that's been sharpened for a 1.5 meter by 50 centimeter photo. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo that. I'm going to come in and resize the image to say a customer's now ordered as a little 12 by 4 inch, so 30 by 10 centimeter photo, still at 300 dpi. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply the exact same amount of sharpening to this image. Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. So there you go. As you can see instantly, if I preview it, you can see that amount of sharpening that's been applied to this image is absolutely excessive. And it's going to look terrible. It's just way over sharpened. So as you can see there, the real importance of sharpening your images correctly for the final size that you're going to be printing out at. And this is why it's so important to sharpen your images as part of a print process and not part of a post-production process, because you don't want to go in and sharpen your master print file that you've just edited and then go back in and then resharpen that once again for its final output as a printed image. If you want to see other defects of things that you can do when you're editing your images that can hurt you later on, I'll leave a link to that video here. If you got a lot out of this video, it'd be great if you could give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.